Alright, good morning. Since I had started yammering about this setup the other day, I figured I'd do a little bit of a explanation on this. This is a good example of something you shouldn't do, is take a drill press and turn it into a shaper. So there's the bit attached to the drill press. And like I said, I know that drill presses are not supposed to have side pressure. They're designed to press. They're not designed to be pushed against. So the thing about this jig is it is attached to the base. This little sled arrangement is hopefully nice and square. The bed on here is hopefully nice and square. And this whole thing gets pressed up against that whole thing. And the only time the bit this gets stressed out is when I'm pushing the piece of wood through here, which, if you can see, hopefully it's all lined up. So that this piece of wood, which has been squared and straight and square, hopefully, and is lined up straight and square with this, looks pretty good. So if you can see in there, I've tried to flatten it up against that. It's going to pass through there and pass through here, and hopefully this, even though this is kind of a funky setup here, there's a flat spacer underneath. When I tighten down these screws, you try not to rack or twist this at all, so that, you know, it's as flat and straight and relaxed as it can be as it's going through the cutter. Even though I'm not flat and straight and relaxed when it's going through the cutter, I go slow. This thing's designed with this little lip, so there's no way it's going to jump up out of there if the bit explodes unexpectedly, if there's a giant explosion. This stuff is, I don't know, it's Lexan. It's designed for nuclear facilities to contain a blast, so I think as long as I'm holding on to this and it doesn't shoot this out into my stomach, which I'm going to be standing off to the side. I don't know why I'm going through this. This is, you know, I used to use a shaper that was spinning at 2 billion revolutions a minute, and it used to scare me. This doesn't really scare me. I'm pretty sure it may not be idiot-proof, which I'm hoping it's idiot-proof because I'm the one who's doing it. But anyway, I just have to keep reminding myself that that's the middle piece, and then this is the second spacer that I'm going to use with the next piece, and it's going to offset these two, just, you know, the width of one tooth or whatever, and they're going to come out nice and flat. Even though I noticed that I should have thinned these things down a little bit. They don't need to be this thick. The bridge cap is going to be nowhere near this thick eventually, so there's no reason to be pushing these big fat pieces through there, except that I started doing it and I said, you know, this is so much fun. Like I said in the last video, I shouldn't even get paid to do this fun stuff, but in the words of the great 80s poet Mark Knopfler, I get my money for nothing and my chicks for free. And you can see why. So anyway, I'm not going to show this whirling through there. I even have a little chip collector to hook up to the vacuum back there. So I mean, I just like this jig because I spent a lot of time working on it and perfecting it over the years. And again, it's too much fun. Don't tell anybody how much fun this is. And also, don't do this. Don't turn your drill press into a shaper. It's not right.